This is really fun. We're doing a segment for Nerdist that we call CelebriD&D, where we have celebrities play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, I heard about this.
Yeah, what we're doing?
Yeah, we're taking you on a D&D adventure.
Whoa, serious? No
Hi, Riley.
Hello, Riley. What's up?
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
Doing okay. How you doing, Nathan? How you doing?
I'm doing good. These days are always so exciting. I get to see your faces, and we get to talk about this project like show and tell, because I'm very excited for the world to see it. I'm excited to have a piece of it, and just seeing your faces reminds me of the time I had filming it, which was fun.
Oh my God, no kidding.
I love my job.
Well, we're going to do a brief break from the show and tell here, because do y'all know what we're doing here for this segment of the junket? Okay, this is really fun. We're doing a segment for Nerdist that we call CelebriD&D, where we have celebrities play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yes, I heard about this.
Yeah, what we're doing?
Yeah, we're taking you on a D&D adventure.
Whoa, serious? No
Rooker, have you done this?
Okay.
I've never played this game before.
You're going to be so good at this.
Oh, well, now you'll never be able to say again, I haven't played D&D. So, Michael, the way it's going to work, basically, is I'm going to lead you on an improvised adventure that is going to use dice as a randomizer. Now, I don't know if they gave you dice rollers. If they didn't, that's fine. I can roll dice for you. That's what
you get to roll for me.
This is going to be wild. It's going to be random. We're going to see where it goes, and I'm going to have fun. I hope y'all have fun too.
Let's do it. Let's play. What are you waiting for? Come on.
So I got 3 characters for you. You're all going to be goblins, because I thought that was fitting for what's happening with today and what we're talking about. So I think, Michael, I'm going to give you the barbarian. That's kind of the easiest one. It's just brute strength. You're going to be the tough guy. You're going to be the guy who's got a lot of like strength, and you're going to use a lot of force for your decision making. Do you think you can handle that?
That's what I do in normal life, so I'm good.
And then I got a rogue and a druid. So which one of you wants to cast some magic?
Nathan, pick it.
I'm the druid.
Okay, Nathan's a druid, and Flula, you're going to be the rogue. So I'll roll for y'all. I have your sheets in front of me. We're pretty simple, stripped down version of the game. So what's going to happen is I'm just going to put a series of scenarios in front of you. I'll let you'll kind of improvise as your characters, and then we will figure out what's going to happen from there. So first thing I want you to do is to think of a name for your character. So Michael, what's the name of your barbarian goblin?
How about Arnold?
Arnold. Got it. You are now Arnold the Goblin. Perfect. All right, Nathan, what do you got for me for your druid?
Jolene.
Jolene?
Yeah, Jolene. It's Jolene Glaplock.
Jolene Glaplock.
Glaplock.
Yeah, don't take my band though, okay? All right, and then Flula, what we got for you for your rogue?
My robe?
Rogue. You're like think of like a goblin, like essentially a Suicide Squad. You're a rogue. You're a scoundrel. You sneak around. Yeah.
I've just taken a shower, and so I'm just...
Rogues don't take showers.
It's a robe.
Your
A
character
rogue. R-O, like Rogues Gallery. Like
adventure name.
So lots of robes. Okay, Bloopsy is the name of my robe. Bloopsy is spelled with 2 zeros, not O's, and there's not an E. It's BL00PSI. Like pound per square inch. Bloopsy, the robe.
Okay, Bloopsy the rogue. I'm
100% cotton. So
I'm gonna start you. I'm playing a character to begin with. I'll be playing any characters you encounter throughout the little mini campaign we're gonna do here. So the first character that you're gonna meet from me is a character named Clarg. Clarg is your boss. He is what's called a bugbear. He's kind of like a bigger, hairier goblin. He's about 6 foot tall, just covered in fur, nasty old pointy ears. He's always wearing like nasty, just like armor that's probably stolen from somebody else's dead body at some point, never cleaned afterwards.
So he smells. He's got a scent about him. We sense him before he gets there, right?
Yeah, he has a musk. Yeah, you know that Clark smell. You're hanging out in the goblin break room. You know when the boss is coming. You don't have to like.
I got that. I got skunked 2 times in a row in one night, so I know how that smells.
I was there. I was there for that.
We're there that night. Yes. Yes.
So Clark has called you into his office, which is just a cave, and he says, I got a mission for you.
Oh,
cool,
Clark,
let's do it.
So I do the secret handshake. Slip of the gold coin from the bet we had last week.
And I'm like, no,
all right. Nathan, I'm going to have you. I'm going to roll for you on that. I'm going to have you're slipping him a coin. So I'm going to have you do what's called a sleight of hand check. So I'm going to roll a d20. Let's see what happens here. We're going to add a 1. Your sleight of hand is +1. So we're going to see how well you are able to slip this coin in without your friends seeing it. All right, so you rolled a 12. I'm going to say it's pretty smooth, but if anyone's looking, I'm going to say especially our friend Bloopsy here, with Bloopsy's perception as a rogue, as someone who is good at keeping an eye on things. Bloopsy, you notice a coin just exchanged hands between your buddy here and your boss. What do you think about that?
Hey, Jolene and also Clog, I observed a coin. What denomination? And may I have a piece?
Oh, don't even worry about it. That's just a little thing. I lost a bet to Clark last week. I'm just paying up.
Great, sounds good.
Listen, Clark, we're all hard up for a little cash, if you know what I mean, and we need a job. What do you got for it?
Here's the job. We got these 2 idiots coming by on a horse. There's a dwarf named Gundren Rockseeker and his buddy Sildar. They're carrying some goods. I need you to kidnap them, then bring them back here.
So you want the humans and the dwarf back?
Yeah, don't kill them.
Well, do we get to keep the goods?
Yeah, catch them alive.
If you any goods they're carrying, but they have a map, I need the map.
Oh,
I need the map
but we can
and the
keep
living
all the
dwarf.
goods, right?
The rest of it, you do whatever you want with.
Oh, excellent.
Oh,
But I gotta warn you,
yeah.
they got some buddies coming down the road after them. You ain't gonna be able to handle them. So you want to get them kidnapped and get back here quickly.
How many buddies they got coming?
Probably about 3 or 4.
Oh, God, you
Too many. That's too many for us. We're just goblins.
3 or 4 buddies.
3 or 4 is just getting me warmed up.
We got Arnold on our team.
I
He's
like
just
your
going to eat
confidence.
those guys.
I want this mission going
Oh,
smooth.
my
I don't want
God.
anybody getting hurt.
You're gonna
Right.
have to maybe add 30 more to that, and then we're thinking here. Then we're cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go get
All
them.
right, well, I don't want a road full of bodies. I want 2 people brought back here alive. That's what I want.
You're cutting out all the fun, kiddo. That's the fun part, leaving the bodies.
Arnold, relax. Listen, we
Woo.
gotta settle down. This is a surgical strike. I know just what to do.
Surgical strikes aren't my deal. You go do your surgical strikes.
You come with me. You gotta do
I'll
some
watch
heavy
your
lifting.
back
Come
door.
on, let's get out of here. These guys are coming right now. We gotta go.
I'll watch your back
Yeah,
door.
time is of the essence here. Look,
Yeah,
they'll probably chase you here, and then you can kill them all you want.
All right, we're
Great.
ready. We're ready to hit this mission.
Okay,
Let's
great.
do it.
I've done this before. It's called the switcheroo. With
Okay.
my druid magic, I
Okay.
just create a path. It's basically a side path in the road in the woods, and I obscure the actual road. So where they're actually going, they
Yeah.
will be diverted into an ambush where we await them.
I will help you. My robe will hide the other path.
Beautiful.
Perfect. Let's go with that. We're gonna go with that idea. Use your robe to help obscure the other path.
Yeah.
I will divert with my magics. I'll create a path, but make them think that they're on the right path.
Oh,
And then-
beautiful. Should
and
I
then even
jump
if their
out?
friends
Although, should I
follow them-
jump out and create a diversion?
Once they're past, I want you to get that rope down so that if their buddies come, their buddies they're gone. They can't even if they want to help. You know what I mean?
Oh, but when I don't get to fight them. They don't get to follow us. I'm going to jump out, create a diversion, and allow them to follow us after you guys move on forward. Yeah? And they'll
Great.
follow me. And then when we get them back to where we need to have them, I get to kill them, okay?
And then I'll open up my robe.
Okay, wait. So if I understand the plan here, the
Yes.
plan is that Jolene, you were going to create a fake path to trick them.
Yes.
And Bloopsy, you're going to essentially flash them out of your robe. And then
Yeah.
when you're doing that, Arnold, you're going to jump out and you're going to attack them.
Well, he's
I'm
using
gonna-
his
I'm
robe
gonna
to
kill him,
obscure
yeah.
the other path.
You're
Yeah.
using the robe. Okay, so your robe is
Flashing
like
the
camouflage.
Extra.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm
Okay,
going to
yeah.
jump out and cause a diversion after he's created his path, and they will follow me after these guys scurry along after they've kidnapped the guy eventually.
Okay.
The guys
Gotcha,
think they're
okay.
going on the right path anyway. We're not really kidnapping, we're just tricking them, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I will open my robe. I will open it, and everyone can
Oh
watch
yeah.
and observe.
You open it and they will come.
Oh, the field of dreams. It's my field of dreams. Yes.
All right, so y'all head down. There's a path that leads to this clearing where these people are going to be coming through. So, Jolene, what are you doing magic wise to redirect this path?
I'm calling on my abilities as a druid to influence the growth of plants and trees. I'm going to open a path and kind of use that energy to kind of balance out, and because you got to take and give energy when you're dealing with plants. So I'm basically going to just pull some growth from one area. I'm landscaping is what I'm going to do.
You have a spell that is on your sheet that is called Entangle. And what that spell usually does is let plants grow up that will grab people and pull them and hold them in place. So I'm going to say that you cast your spell of Entangle. And what that does is it causes a block in the path so that if people come through, they get caught up in it. So they're going to try to go around that to avoid that, right?
Nice. This is working out great. What's my role?
And then Bloopsy.
Yes.
You are describe your robe. You're a big fan of this robe. So what does it look like to you? Describe what Bloopsy looks like and what his robe looks like.
A Bloopsy is a robe which has some loopies where you can put the rope around so you can hide all of the downtown places. But if you want to show that, or if you just want to spread the wings and fly away, you can just open it up, and then that is a magic power because I have a robe.
Okay, we'll say it's a stealth check because you were trying to disguise yourself and hide as if you are a bit of path that's blocking the way, but you're actually a robe.
Yes, that's correct. I'm a robe.
Okay. Great, so you are a robe. We have that, definitely. You're Bloopsy the robe. Are you made of terry cloth? What are you made of?
I'm made of, have you slept before in a sleeping bag?
I have slept in a sleeping bag, yes.
Flannel. He's a flannel robe.
Flannel robe. Yeah, I think early 90s Nirvana concert, unbuttoned shirts. That is my robe.
Flannel shirt,
right.
got it.
Now, like a sleeping bag, is it also down? Is there down filled? Is there feathers in it?
I'm down for anything. As this robe, I will whatever you want. It's happening.
That is delightful.
That's my Bloopsy. That's my Bloopsy.
That's what Bloopsy do, as they say.
So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make for you, Bloopsy. I'm gonna make a stealth check to see how well you are able to pass yourself off as a bit of foliage. So that people think there's not a road there.
Okay.
So you're stealth. You have proficiency in stealth, being a rogue robe. You have a +5 to this roll. I'm going to roll a d20. We're going to see what you got here.
Okay.
And Bloopsy, you just got what we call in Dungeons and Dragons a natural 20, which means that on a 20-sided dice,
20 or some like that, right?
I can tell you why I know this. My dad and my mom, 0 work done, both natural 10s. So that does make sense.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see that. So you are shockingly good at passing as nature for being a sentient robe. You somehow, even though you're made of flannel, you just happen to have the exact right color of this natural trail. Just the flannel that you have has little bits of green and some brown in it. So these people coming up, they think that there's just a bunch of bushes and stuff there. It's just a robe.
It's just a robe. It's just
you don't even know.
Okay.
You have created a robe. Now you, Jolene, you have created some tangled up weeds. Now, Arnold, this might be your time to shine. We have got ourselves 2 people riding horses here. You're a big, strong, tough dude. What are you going to do about it? How are you going to capture them?
I'll capture
Keep
them
them alive.
Well, no, I just jump on in between the horses. I grab their reins, their mouthpieces, and I put them in a semi-half headlock, and I lead them my way. So
All right. I like this move. I'm going to give you what's called I'm going to have you roll for strength because you're strong, you're big, you're beefy. And because you are a barbarian, you get a special ability called Rage. And when you use your Rage, you get to roll with advantage on strength checks, which means that I'm going to roll the dice for you twice and take the higher of the 2 rolls.
This makes so much sense.
All right, so we're going to roll this. So
Riley,
I'm rolling 20.
Riley, while you're rolling, where are you from? I've heard the delicious word y'all emanate from you. Please tell me your origins.
I am from the state of Ohio.
That's not a very y'all place.
The Midwest is fairly Buckeye State. That's correct. Are you from Ohio, Michael?
I'm Chicago.
Okay. Midwest. All right.
Chicago as well.
All right. So let's see here.
I've traveled many times to your state.
It's a delightful state. We've got chili and stuff. It's good. Michael, you got yourself I rolled a 16 on the dice plus your strength, which is a 3, so you got yourself a 19. So I'm going to say you succeeded, and you were able to slam these 2 guys' heads together and pull them off the horses, and they are now in your custody. And now, what are you going to do next?
Well, to celebrate, I'm making some of that famous Ohio chili to feed Arnold.
Yeah,
Excellent.
We get a little funnel and put it down their gullets, and then they fill up their bellies. Their bellies are all filled up, and then we use the gases that occur afterwards to speed us along.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is why we have a druid. This is why we have a druid. Keep these guys on task. Look, guys, Clark gave us a job. He wants the map and he wants the dwarf.
Okay,
Got
what
them
about...
both. We got everything they have.
First of all, I want them tied up and we need them searched. I
We got
want
to
that.
tie them up before we feed them.
But Jolene, they're flatulating now, Jolene. They're like two of the dogs from Never-Ending Story. They're just out of control.
Okay, Jolene, I'm going to ask you as a druid, how are you going to tie these guys up so you can search them?
Well, listen, we've got those vines from the entanglement right back there. I'm just gonna grab a couple of those. They're very strong. They've been imbued with magic. So I'm just gonna wrap them up with those kinds of things. I'm not gonna do it personally. I'm gonna have Arnold do it. He's hog-tied.
I'll just grab them by their ankles, flip them upside down, and I shake them, and all the comes out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, I'm going to roll for both of you. I'm going to roll for Jolene. I'm going to roll to see how well you're able to repurpose these vines as now ropes that you're going to tangle with. I'm going to say that's a survival roll, and you are proficient in survival, so you're going to get a +4 on this roll. So let's see what you get here. That is an 18, so you are successfully able to take those ropes. I think you might want to give them to Bloopsy, because if anyone knows how to use threads, it's
right.
the robe, right?
Yes.
So,
Ropes and loops and tying things up. You're absolutely right.
Yeah,
The skill's going to be used.
and while you're doing that, your buddy Arnold is shaking this human and this dwarf, and you're shaking them up, trying to see if anything falls out of their pockets. Let's see what you got here.
Everything will come out.
All right, so you got a 17 this time on the you got an 18 this time on your roll to shake them out. So you do indeed find a map. You also find the recipe for good old-fashioned Ohio style Cincinnati chili. You find yourself a really fancy belt that might look nice with a good robe. It's not the belt, like when you find a robe, you're like, this isn't the belt that, because you're always losing the belts that come with robes, right? But now you have a new replacement belt.
Woo!
Oh, bam! And I
What
give
a
it
wonderful
to you as a
day.
gift.
Thank you,
It's
Arnold. Thank you. And I'm excited to cook this very delicious Columbus-based chili.
No, not Ohio. Idaho.
As far as next steps go, because guys, it feels like we've kind of achieved our goal. We've done everything except for hand these two guys over with the map, which was part of the job.
Now we got to proceed, right?
Now, I'm just wondering now, do we first, maybe we talk to these guys and say, what's up? Why does someone want this map, and why does someone want this dwarf so bad?
Oh, I like that. Maybe we can play two angles here. I mean, if it's worth our knowing this information, maybe we can hold the other folks that we're delivering them to a little bit in ransom, and we can get a little bit more money out of it.
Great. Let's play. I've heard of this role: good robe, bad robe. I'll be good robe.
Yeah.
Hey
you
guys,
be robe,
how's it
I'll
going?
be bad robe. I could have
bad
like
robe.
a little robe as well.
Okay.
Not like a robe, but a really scratchy kind of animal covering or something.
Oh,
Okay, I'm going to say you're making what's called an intimidation check, because you're playing bad robe and you're trying to scare them with your strength. And I'm also giving you advantage on this roll, which means I'm going to roll twice and take the better of the two rolls, because you got your good robe here helping you out and adding to the intimidation techniques. So this is really good teamwork on all three of your parts, I want to say, by the way.
thank you.
Of course, we are a team.
All right. Well, we got another 18 on the dice for that one. We got 15 plus 3. So you were shaking this dwarf. He was knocked out, but you actually shake him so much playing bad robe that you wake him back up again. I think it's the smell of that skunk that you got on you. It's like smelling salts. Brings him right back up again, and he's like, "What do you want with us?"
Well, you know what I need to do? I need to give them a little squeeze.
Ooh.
I got to squeeze their little heads and squeeze out all the information they have.
So your plan is to crush his head to
not
get the information
necessarily
inside of it.
Crush. I don't mean crush. I mean just squeeze.
Your plan is slowly escalating torture
Yes.
Well, you already got a pretty high intimidation, so I'm not going to make you re-roll for this. I think that this is successful. I think this is a pretty solid strategy. I know that if a big burly goblin grabbed me and started squeezing my head for a long period of time, I would be pretty intimidated.
What do you want to know? We want to know. Who's
yeah,
map?
we want to
know all about the map. Whose map is it? Where does
got.
it lead to? What's at the end of the map?
The
What do
money.
you know?
Money's at the end
Why
of the
do they-
map.
why does someone want it?
We might be able to get more money from both parties.
Oh, and while you guys question, I'll be on the floor with my robe open, and then you can just hold his head, and the answers will squeeze and drizzle into the robe while you're talking.
Typical interrogation scene that we've seen 1,000 times. You're right.
1,000
Definitely.
times.
Yeah,
And
you've seen it once,
CSI
you've seen
New
it over
York,
and over again, right?
NYPD Blue, Season 2, Episode 4. Hello. Where'd you think Bloopsy came from?
All right, so Jolene, you started asking some questions, right? What's your first question? Because the other two are on the brute strength aspect of it, but you seem to be the one who has actual questions to ask. So
I want to know, what is the importance of this map? Where does it lead? Why does someone want you so badly? I want to know what's going on.
this is the map to the lost mine of Fandelver. My family is
Fandelger?
Fandelver, yeah.
Doy. Okay, now if we have the map, why do we need the dwarf? What's so important about you?
Well, you need my blood to open the mine. So,
That's easy.
Easy. I'm catching it right
well,
now.
like fresh
Squeeze
blood.
it.
No, you can't just kill me and bottle it now and take it to. No, that's not how that works. No, you got to keep me alive.
But that's okay. We'll keep you alive. We don't even have to kill you after we take your blood.
Guys, huddle up. Listen, we
That's how
bring
blood
this
works.
map and this dwarf in to our boss, Glaplock.
Clark.
Blap, blap, blap.
Clark?
Bloop, bloop, blurp.
Clark Glaplock. Yeah.
Bloopies, blap.
Come
So
closer.
wait, no, Jolene, you're Glaplock. That's your last name.
Oh,
Okay, come
That's why
closer.
that name sounds so familiar.
Okay, come closer so we can whisper. Think Italian filmmaker.
We'll make a little bit of money for handing these guys in the map over. I think
Right.
we could make a lot more money for whatever the map leads to and whatever this dwarf's blood opens. I think our best plan
Agree.
is to just
So we go along with it until we decide, okay, we're gonna take whatever's in this mine and take it for ourselves.
I'm on board. I think this
Okay,
is
great.
Arnold. I think you've got this.
And
Robe?
then I'm going to open up my robe.
Yeah.
Perfect. I think this is the plan. I think we're all playing to our strengths here. Okay, break.
Okay, so the plan that I understand is that you're gonna go to the mine yourselves and
No,
instead of taking them
we're
in?
going to the mine with everyone.
Yeah,
Okay.
We're bringing him along. We got to bring along that dwarf because we need his blood. We know
And
he's
you're gonna open your robe. Gotcha.
I'm going to
Okay.
open my robe, just to be clear.
Okay. I'm going to say that in the time that you have spent talking about this, you have eaten up the clock of when Gundren and his buddies backup are coming, the 3 or 4 people that you were warned about earlier. We're going to wrap this up with a little bit of combat. And so they have now arrived. They are pulling a big old cart. So you've got 4 people that are running up to you, and they have found the 2 horses on the ground that you've pulled these guys off of, and now they're running towards you with swords and arrows, and they're ready to go. What do you do?
I
Arnold!
open up my robe.
He opens his robe. I take a running leap and I turn as a log and I roll right underneath their feet and knock them off their feet. And
Okay.
then I'll jump on top of it and subdue them.
Okay, I am going to start with you then.
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see here. So we actually had, that was only an 8 to attack. So,
No
so
problem.
Arnold, you go for it. But I think what happens is you slip on a little bit of mud, you go right down into the dirt, and you don't manage to make your bowling pin strategy work out with these guys. Jolene, what's your attempt? What are you going to try to do to stop these guys? You, by the way, you can attack, you can do your entangle, or you actually have a magic stick that you can attack with that's pretty tough, and you also have the ability to use a whip of thorns to attack if you want to do that, Jolene.
Sweet. Oh my God, you guys saved my ass.
I'm
Woo.
gonna start right in there with that whip of thorns. I think
All
it's
right.
for a little bit of make sure it's smart. It's got to stay.
Let's see how this goes.
And then I'll open up my robe.
You got yourself that robe is open. That robe closes. It opens again. It's a revolving door with this robe here.
Exactly.
And so I am going to say you get advantage of this attack because of that robe. So let's go ahead and say, all right, yeah, you got yourself an 18 to attack with the magic thorn whip. So I say you describe for me, Nathan, how Jolene throws this whip out and how it takes down one of these people.
Well, it's kind of a swirling motion, but when it goes out, what we're getting is one of those wrap around, and I'm getting like a full wrap on 4 guys, and because they're distracted, they're looking down at Arnold right now, and as I'm pulling, it's also contracting, so it's scraping, little stinging nettles.
Okay, yeah, I think with that roll that you got, with the help you were getting from your robe buddy here, and from the aid of Arnold just eating it right in front of them, I think that you got it. I think you succeeded. So I think you have now managed to wrap up these 4 people, and they are now wrapped up in a thorn whip. And what do you want to do with them?
I'm gonna say, Arnold, we can't afford these guys coming after us again. So.
Oh, well, please. They're all wrapped up. Now all I have to do is just step on their little noggins.
Oh, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
let's talk to them and convince them not to follow us. Yeah, you do your thing. I'm not gonna micromanage.
I think you're saying that, Jolene, as Arnold has already stepped on one of their heads.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And that, okay,
Shit,
well
little
now
noggins like grapes.
we can't have witnesses.
No.
Well, they're little grapes anymore. They're no longer heads with think.
I feel a little helpless to stop what's already kind of happening, and it looks like he's having so much fun.
We cannot have witnesses. Okay, so I will kill myself with my rope. So I've now suffocated myself.
No, you're good.
Oh, wow.
No, that's not, you're good. You're good. When I say everybody drop your weapons, the assumption is that you're on my team. You guys keep your weapons.
Oh, but I'm technically I'm a witness. If I were to testify, so I should.
Well, because we're goblins, you can't be compelled to testify against them.
All right, I believe that what happened here was that slowly Arnold worked his way through popping the heads off each of these people that were being held up by Jolene's thorn whip. Now, Bloopsy, where did you land on surviving this encounter? Did you decide you're going to stick with them, or did you decide you were going to take yourself out of the equation?
I've committed suicide with my rope, and so I don't want to testify against my friends, so I'm dead.
Wow.
So do you go back to Clark, or do you go off with yourselves and this dwarf and this map and try to find the treasure for yourself?
You know what?
We take the treasure and we go.
Listen, now that Bloopsy's dead, I've kind of lost heart a little bit. And
You're so Canadian. Come on, hop on my back. I'll carry you.
I've suffered so much loss. I don't want to have to. I'm just going to wrap up this job. And when I bring these guys in, I put the map down and the dwarf down. I'm going to say, I'm out. I mean it this time.
Nice.
Oh my God, that's
Great.
beautiful. I pick up the goddamn map. I pick up that map and I take it and I put it in my little pocket and I walk off a happy camper. I'm the only win-win situation in this situation. You guys.
And I'll be calling after you. Arnold, you don't know how to read.
What a waste. You commit suicide. And you go back to Ottawa. Give me a break. Unbelievable.
It's a beautiful city, sir.
So as we wrap on this adventure, we leave with Arnold wandering the hillside endlessly, trying to find where this map leads to. We end with Jolene going back. Jill, what does Jolene do in their retirement?
He wasn't really planning. He thought it was just gonna be a job like any other, and he lost so much. He's just gonna be tossing back fermented honey in little mushroom cups.
Talking about his glory days.
I was somebody once.
And that is where we will end our adventure, with a dead robe, a dead on the inside goblin, and another goblin who will never find the cave. Thank you, gentlemen, so much for this ridiculous encounter.
Riley, thank you for putting up with us.
Thank you, Riley.
It was my pleasure. That's all the time we have. Thank you again to Flula Borg, Michael Rooker, and Nathan Fillion. And make sure you go see The Suicide Squad in theaters on August 6th.
Riley, do you think they'll be able to use any?
Oh, I think we've stopped a while ago, but that's fine. I'm having fun if you're having fun.